SpaceX just filed for what would be the biggest IPO of all time, and I'm going to explain everything you need to know about this schizophrenic company that wants to change the universe. SpaceX is Elon Musk's space conglomerate company, and I say conglomerate because it originally started as a company that wanted to make getting cargo and getting people into space more affordable. The goal was to treat space travel like we treat air travel, so like a reusable spaceship. Normally, the standard way to get stuff into space is you fire up a rocket, that rocket's never reusable again. That was the goal, was to change that. Do that with their Falcon rocket. Now they're trying to get this Starship rocket working. They just had a launch yesterday. Mixed results. Still haven't been able to really get that. But they're targeting a true $2 trillion valuation. That would be the biggest IPO of all time. It would make them one of the 6 biggest companies in the world. They're trying to raise $80 billion. That is more than 3 times more money than the last biggest IPO, which was a few years ago in 2019, Saudi Aramco. This giant, wildly profitable oil company run by the Saudi Arabian government. So they're trying to be the most valuable company to IPO ever and raise more money than ever. Why are they raising money, you might ask? Because Elon Musk and the leaders have repeatedly said for years they would never want to go public. They would never go public. It's a long-term company. Elon Musk even said, we're not going public until we have a colony on Mars. That's a long way away. The reason they're going public is because they probably can't raise more money on the private market. Even a venture capital fund, all these tech guys who throw money at everything, they have their limits. And losing $41 billion since its founding, it's probably the limit. But the valuation of this company is pure vibes. SpaceX, the Starship that doesn't work yet, pure vibes. If you are investing in this, you do not care that they are losing billions of dollars with no track to profitability in sight. You are investing in this idea of Elon Musk as an entity. All throughout that pitch document, the document for the prospectus for this IPO, which is they're laying out their plan and everything they filed yesterday, is this phrase we're going to spread the light of human consciousness throughout the universe repeatedly, and a bunch of pictures of rockets. It was giving WeWork. But they're going public. There are profitable parts of this business. The profitable part of this business, because it is literally a hodgepodge now of a bunch of different businesses. You've got the rockets that they launched that are, the different customers for those rockets are governments, but mainly the largest customer is themselves, SpaceX themselves, because they use those rockets, contract themselves to fire those rockets into space so that they can get their Starlink satellites. Starlink is the only profitable part. That's you might have heard, you can get a Starlink at your house or on a boat or something, or even in very rural parts of the world, and it can beam internet connectivity. That's probably where the moneymaker is, and I think that's where a lot of investors are interested. But here's the problem. In order for that to grow very quickly, the new satellites that they have are too big for the current rocket, the Falcon, which is a model that the SpaceX uses now. They need the Starship to work so they can get those rockets into space and grow as rapidly as they can. Because if they can, that could start, that's growing I think 69% year over year, while the whole company is only growing 15%. 15% for a tech company, whack, not good enough. 69%, that's when investors are yeah, that's good. And it's 61% of their revenue is the Starlink. So that's the profitable part. Here's what else is part of this company. XAI, which bleeds money. That's the AI that is linked to Twitter, X, that they've merged into this company in the last year. Now, what does AI have to do with space, you might ask? Good question. Not much. But their theory, I guess, is that they want to put data centers in space. Why would you want to put a data center in space? Well, there's some arguments that, we're going to run out of space. You need so many data centers. It's really hard to build a data center in space, though, But there would be cooling effects, to put it in space, and endless access to sunlight for power. Also, you wouldn't have to deal with, public backlash that is a hurdle that a lot of AI companies are running into. But really doesn't make sense that would be, part of this. I guess their goal is that they want to throw AI into the mix because all these AI companies are also about to go public. And so SpaceX is probably rushing this IPO because they want to kind of beat these other AI companies like Anthropic and OpenAI, which are also set to go public very soon. Now, here's the difference. OpenAI a little different, but Anthropic is on track to achieve profitability in the next quarter, ending in June. SpaceX, nowhere near that. Like, literally the only way you can fathom profitability is if there is some dramatic technical innovation that they have not accomplished yet, or yeah, that's pretty much it. But if you're investing in this company, understand you are not investing in the finances, in the bottom line. You're investing in this broad vision, but really you're investing in the capacity of Elon Musk as a business leader, like innovator, to deliver on a vast variety of promises. Promises in AI, promises for this spaceship, promises to build a colony on moon. Some of this document is even businesses that they're not in yet, like mining asteroids. They don't mine asteroids yet. We don't know how to do that. That's like a business that they see. But how do you do that? You don't know, because they can't get the rocket yet to work. But I will say, people have bet against this company for a long time, and people often bet against Elon Musk, and often he delivers and surprises. But I really struggle. I would not advise. This is not investment advice, but interesting schizophrenic business strategy. Sometimes you gotta focus in. And I think just the reason that I like to tie all my videos to some broader trend. Here's the broader trend. CEOs are now celebrities. And Elon Musk is this celebrity CEO. And so people are starting to invest in companies not based on the finances. Like Warren Buffett would be shaking about this, because he's always been one, invest in the value of the balance sheet and what's the hidden value. Don't get caught up in the hype of the market. We're now all caught up in the hype of the market, and people are investing in this not because of any financial reasons, but because they believe in Elon Musk, or they want to support Elon Musk, or they believe in this vision, when it's really unclear how this company stops shedding money, and a bunch of everyday retail investors could get shafted.